build up with the technique. I'm adding pieces. So what I want you to get is that form is consistent. Right? If what you do from Aihami isn't the same as what you do from an attack or shonen, you're doing something wrong. You're changing it. Nothing changes. The mechanics of the form is always the same. You'll do it in your own shape because everybody's different sizes and whatever. So that's, you can't be exactly me, but you'll do it with your own form. But the mechanics is consistent. If I say uchi kaiten, you know what that means. You perform uchi kaiten technique. If I say gyaku hami gedan, you know what that means. You perform that, then the technique. You don't think shimanage and it starts from anywhere. It doesn't do that. There's a structure. Right? It starts from beginning all the way up. Okay? So for me, when you practice, the practice isn't about how many techniques you can remember. If you can do one, you can apply them to everything else. The thing is, you must study the technique. Yeah? Not just know how to do it, know how to apply it. Yeah? That makes sense? Because if you're going to use it, it has to be something that you do naturally, like speaking, walking, not a thought process. That you were remembering technique, but I've never done it from that attack. So what? You have to do something, you have to move. If you have the information there, you create it. You know where you already have the information. The practice is knowing how to use it and put it together. All right? Because if you ask me how to remember how many techniques I remember, I got no idea. But I'll come and do a whole different set of technique every time because I use principles. The principles are always the same. Yeah? It's an art. It's a self-defense art. There's a ground root to it, which you must all do. And once you get experience with that and you have that information, you can make that movement work for you anyhow you like because it has a structure over it. There's no structure, it's just movement that doesn't do anything. So when I look at it, and you say you're doing shiranagi, I don't see shiranagi, I see flailing hands and feet that are not connected. Yeah? Technique has a shape. Yeah? That shape is consistent, it's constant, it doesn't change. Senkyo is Senkyo. It shouldn't look like anything else, it's just Senkyo. But there's different ways to do Senkyo. Okay? So that's sometimes what's confusing. Okay? Show me an image. All of them come from Ikkyo first. We do Ikkyo, and that becomes a continuation. So it becomes Nikki. And it becomes Sanki. Forward, change. They all share the same thing, but the form end part is where you control is different. Okay? So that's what we learn first, and then you can apply it to whatever you want to apply it to. Okay? So let's do it. Some people mix it up because you're thinking of Ikkyo first, which is fine. You go Ikkyo first, change to Senkyo, go around, down. I did it without the Tenka, just this part. So we practice the Senkyo. Yeah? Then we learn how to use it. So we move first, and then apply the Senkyo. But I want you to know what the Senkyo is first. 1, 2, that structure. Round, down, no spinning, arms go up and down, you don't swing, you don't flick. Don't use a bokken that way. Yeah? To me, everything is bokken, cut. Okay? It's always about cutting. The arms don't do this, round. I do. They're attached to this. If I do this with my body, my arms are going to follow me. Yeah? So if I put my arms up in front of him and I turn around, they'll turn with me. So don't do any action that's, well, Taisabeki is what makes you move. You have to move. So feet move. Your hands always stay over where your feet are. Okay? So if I want to turn this way, I would move my feet and my hand. I wouldn't do anything where I would turn, move, and my feet don't follow me. Okay? So if this hand is forward, as I go forward, that's where that foot is. Okay? If I go to step, that's where that foot is. Same. Okay? I see this. And people try to move. That's all hands pedaling before you even throw. hands. Put your hands in front of you, and then I turn with my hands in front of me. They stay there. Turn, turn, hold. Turn, change. This hand first, because it's in front. Now I'm going to change hand. So this hand is in front. Now it's this one. Done. Now it's this one. Change. As your hands change, your feet go with it. Make sense? Okay, structure. If I don't see structure, it means you don't understand what you're doing. You're just doing what you see in front of you without understanding what's inside the movement. You're just copying the movement. I want you to see it, study it, make it your own. Right? Make sense? I'm picky. Yeah, I want to see you performing, not you performing what you've seen. I want to see you performing what you've learned from what you've seen. Right? All right? Okay, cookie goes.